Anyways, let's get into game here. We got ourselves another banger PvP. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Ghost River. It is Dragon Kites's herO. And his opponent in the upper right, it is, of course, Astrea, our American representation in this week's KSL, trying to take down the all-time KSL winning record holder in herO, who wins so often. But maybe not this week. Astrea's PvP looked really good against Creator. I will say those games were all, I want to say, like, weird. Game 1 was not weird, though. Proxy Twilight Council, Proxy DT, warping in over minerals on a new map isn't really weird, but it is fun. Now, herO's starting out with a proxy in this game. I would normally say this is just a hidden second pylon, but this positioning is actually going to be very close to his opponent's base, especially if he's able to mine out these minerals at all. That is kind of tough, though. I didn't realize these were 10s. That would be 20 minerals to mine through here. But still, this pylon feeling quite close to his opponent. Could be a robo positioning. Astrea is going for a very fast Twilight Council here. Is this gonna be a Dark Shrine? Is Astrea just DTs in the base this time? More likely going to be Blink. Nice supply block there, bro. Nice supply block. Got him. These Adepts almost spotting that pylon. Oh, Astrea getting the pylon block, which means he can cancel the pylon, which means the Adepts get in. Oh, that's actually so sick. The probes going for the surround. Mineral mining through to stop these Adepts as quickly as possible. That is still 4 dead probes. Oh, he doesn't get the last hit. That is still 4 dead probes and a lot of lost mining time, especially since herO has not put these back on mining yet. And Astrea still has the probe in the base. Oh my god. Yeah, he's not going to realize it. Oh, Astrea's putting down a pylon. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. I think herO forgot about this. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, unfortunately for Astrea, herO is attacking right now. This is a 3K robo. But Astrea's going for Blink. This is one base Blink back at home for Astrea, who's got a shield batter going down as well as a backup pylon. Oh, this is so sick. Oh, this game is so good. Oh, and Astrea immediately warping into Adepts. I mean, there's 2 Stalkers here, but this is still so sick against somebody who's one-basing you. One base to one base. Every probe is so much more important. And once Astrea has Blink, this becomes a crazy game. That being said, herO's going to get right into the base with these 4 Stalkers. 3 probes went down on the other side of the map as this Adept escapes. The Stalkers come in here, but Astrea getting on top of that Prism isn't going to get it. Ooh! I said that with so much confidence before he almost killed it. herO is able to get all 4 Stalkers out of there, but he sees that it's one base Blink. Astrea has Blink finished now. This Immortal's going to go ahead and kill this pylon. But that was also 3 more probes that died, so 8 probes in total have gone down this game for herO. Astrea's moving forward now. He's going to run into these Stalkers, but he's got Blink. He can just take a great fight here no matter what. Oh, the Blink forward into the Immortal, though. Oh, that's a mistake. And the Warp Prism coming back in for herO with 4 more Stalkers in it. Astrea with a Patience Blink. He does find this errant pylon, which hasn't really been used for anything, but he's got to get out of there. I don't know where that Stalker went. It blinked backwards. Oh, Astrea losing so many Stalkers there. I mean, I guess it's just 3, but that feels like a lot when you have 10? He has 10 Stalkers? Damn, that's actually kind of a lot. Still, losing a lot there for absolutely no reason. Just got a little greedy. This Prism is super low. It is now dead. Astrea decides to try to take that fight with the Immortal, but instead runs away. The Stalker comes back to try to finish off the pylon, but can't do it. And Astrea's going for a counterattack. He's going to try to see if there's a natural. and maybe try to sneak into the main base. But there's an immortal here as well. And now herO's hitting the other side of the map. And he's going to force Astrea to recall. This one stalker does kill the pylon, but it kind of needs to come home. Both players are now supply blocked. Astrea's taking the hidden nexus. Oh, this is so sick. This is actually so sick. Wow. I will say after the openings, Astrea was definitely ahead, but jumping in and losing all those stalkers, losing another one here for no reason. I guess that one does at least scout that there's still no natural. And this game feels extremely even. herO's army is like technically better with the immortals. There is a certain point where mass blink stalker is just better than non-blink stalker with immortals. But on one base, that doesn't really happen that easily. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like herO needs to get into blink, but he also kind of needs a nexus, which is something Astrea has nearly done and herO does not know about. Astrea poking around. He is going to find a little bit of an army here. He just kills the stalker, loses his stalker, and backs up. You're going to chase him out. Oh, the prism gets jumped on, and now the immortals, one of them going to go down. Astrea somehow doesn't lose any stalkers there. Oh, one of them gets hit on the retreat. Still, though, killing the prism and one immortal is huge. We're starting to see, that's what I mean. Like, the stalker count gets high enough to, like, two-shot immortals, and suddenly those immortals are not nearly as scary anymore. It does look like herO might have won the Observer War, so he can see the high ground here. Astrea is going to have to back up. herO's going to continue pushing. Remember, herO is still just on one base, and while Astrea technically has a nexus, it's not mining it. That's 400 minerals that has gone into something that's not paying him back at the moment. But he has a disruptor. And I feel like if you're a herO, you are not expecting your opponent to have a disruptor right now. So I feel like it's good for herO that he backed up. Yeah, he hasn't scouted the Robobay. I don't know if he saw the disruptor. Oh, is he going to take a Nexus? Oh, I thought he was for sure, but then he just started up a second Immortal. Astrea going to run into the Disruptors here, or to the Immortals, trying to bait him into to a Disruptor shot. There it is. Ooh, bit of a late pickup from herO. He does take some damage on both of these Immortals. There's a second Disruptor being Chrono Boosted out. Oh, that's a third Disruptor. There's already a second Disruptor up here. See if the Disruptor can get a decent shot. Nope, just sends the army back a little bit. Woo! A hot pickup from herO, but he still loses a Stalker. And now he's got a nice little contain here. He's got some force fields as well from these sentries. Super Shield Battery turns on. Astrea just trying to hold on. He is fully mining from this base now. It's not fully saturated, but he's got a lot of probes down there. Double gas. And now that he's got 3 Disruptors, it becomes a lot harder for herO to hold this contain. He's got to be really careful. Also, the Stalkers can all blink out. So herO's got to be really careful here. He's trying to take a Nexus. He has enough money for it. He could start that Nexus up now. And he still thinks this is one base from Astrea. He has not scouted the bottom side of the map at all. Whoa. Nova's going out. He does get 1 Stalker kill. Goes for more Stalkers. Gets 3 of them. I don't think herO can stick around too much longer, even with 5 Immortals. Oh, a massive Disruptor Nova sends forward. But it doesn't quite clip all of the Immortals. It looked like it was about to. Good pickups from herO once again. herO, I just don't think he's thinking about it. Oh, maybe he is now. Look at him looking down here. What's he doing down here? Is he thinking about it? He does have his own Nexus started up. He could just be feeling good about his position, but Astrea is moving right on down. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. What is going on here? There's probes getting sent out. Oh, herO's going to be so suspicious. Those are the most suspicious probes I've ever seen. What do you do if you're Astrea? He goes for the recall. Not all of his stalkers, but all of the disruptors and a handful of stalkers. Ooh, and now these stalkers that are still out on the map, what are they going to do? There's a cancel on herO's Nexus. He restarts it. Does he not realize where those probes were going? The blink forward, he forces another cancel. Oh, and now there's an immortal up on the high ground. The second immortal, but the stalkers, they're going to go for it anyways. They blink forward. They're going to get both of these immortals. He's going for some pylons. herO, though, is coming back home. Oh, he's going to try to catch him. He knows there's no recall. Astrea he's trapped out here. He's going to blink down to the low ground. There's 5 immortals down here. Don't go there, Astrea. Oh, but now Astrea's hitting from both sides. Oh, the prism goes down. The immortals are caught on their own. They're still really good. They're still so good. Oh my god, immortals. Okay, the disruptors are here. And there's no warp prism anymore, so no fancy pickup micro from herO. This game is insane. Whew. The disruptor is keeping Astrea's army alive right now. And again, herO doesn't know about that Nexus. He hasn't restarted it. He's just long distance mining. One of his gateways is depowered, but he's so broke that I don't think he can afford to use it anyways. I think Astrea's got this game as long as he doesn't blunder, which already there have been some blunders. He's definitely lost more resources than his opponent. But with 5 disruptors and no blink for herO, it's seeming more and more impossible for herO to ever do anything. Oh, he does have a warp prism here. Disruptor Nova is getting sent up to the high ground, but this is a double immortal drop that's going to scout. Still no Nexus. herO has to realize. He saw those probes. How does he not realize? He's like, there's no natural still. That's crazy. Super shield battery turns on. One of these immortals, I think, is trapped. Yeah, it's going to go down to the probes and the stalkers here as the prism gets out of there with the other one. But that's just another dead immortal for herO. One of the few good units he has, and he lost another one. He's going to start a Stargate. herO. herO, please, dude. Oh, I mean, like, herO is so dead. And he just doesn't realize what the game state is right now. He has so many sentries. He has 7 sentries. He could absolutely send a couple more hallucinations out and find this. But he's just not thinking about it. He thinks it's fully one base versus one base. And it's just not. Mortal drop comes back in. That is so many stalkers to be back at home. The prism goes down with the immortal in it. And now herO is locked on one base. He's going to tap out. He's going to tap out. I don't think he saw it, the Nexus. But even without that, what a game, dude. Oh my god. The best PvP. GG. Time to prove that herO is washed on new maps. That is absolutely what's happening. I think it's crazy that herO didn't, like, think about it. Or I feel like if he had thought about it, he would have sent 2 Adepts down there or something. Or even just, like, sent the Prism with 2 Immortals down there when he was doing that drop at the end. I feel like he for sure would have sent something down there had he realized that that was going on. He saw the probes going that way. What is that? How does he see that and not realize? It is funny the things that, like, pro players don't think about. Do you remember that match between Maru and Scarlet? Is that like a WCG, I think? Or WESG, that's what it was. The WESG, where, like, super late game, and Maru just, like, forgot that he could fly a building to the corner and draw. And everybody was like, how does he forget that? And it's like, well, I guess if you just play like 8,000 practice games and like other occasional matches, you kind of forget you can do that, because you're not going to do that in a practice game. You're not going to be like, well, it's a draw. Like, once you get to the point where you're losing, you'd be like, all right, like, we're done now. I can't win from here. I also don't think he was 100% sure that Scarlet didn't have, like, a corruptor saved in that game. I'm usually terrible at remembering games, but I somehow remember that game, like, very specifically. Yeah, I was on King's Cove. Good map. I like King's Cove. That was around for a while. Showtime forgot about the center base on hard lead. Yeah. I remember that recently. He like tweeted about it after. He was like, yeah, just forgot I could take that base. Just forgot that base existed. Sorry, guys. It also, like, when you're under pressure and you're just going, it's so easy to forget things. I have that problem all the time when I play StarCraft. Is like, I'll forget that they can, like, build a unit. I'll be like, I'm so set up against what they have. I'm so locked in. I have a counter for everything. And I'm like, oh, I forgot they could build lurkers. Oops. Yep, that's like a standard unit build here. I forgot about it. So I totally get when players forget things could happen. Anyways, anywho, game number 2. We're finally in it, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Crimson Court. It is Dragon Kitesy's herO. Wonder if this map name is a reference to the Court of the Crimson King. In the lower left-hand corner, speaking of Crimson, in the red, it is Astrea. I gotta say, I listened to the album, The Court of the Crimson King. I think it's the album name. Not too long ago, a few months ago, and I was like, I don't really like this. And I was surprised, because usually when I listen to like new albums, I tend to enjoy them. But that one I wasn't feeling. Wasn't feeling it. All right. Oh, Astrea trying to figure out where he wants to proxy. He mined through his own mineral patch. herO went for the middle map proxy. First, waiting to see if the probe came through. I think that's why the probe was sitting here waiting. Because he was waiting, expecting Astrea to either not scout or to send his probe weird directions. Which is what happened. His probe went a weird direction. Because it went up here to proxy Stargate. But hero's proxying a robo in the middle of the map. And that is exciting. This is an exciting exciting game. Exciting match altogether. I love this. I feel like PvP is one of the best matchups for new maps because players are still doing crazy stuff like this in PvP. We don't see a ton of Protoss proxying and cheesing, I feel like, at the high level against Terran or Zerg. It does happen, but not nearly as often as it does in PvP. And Protoss cheese is the best cheese. I feel like we can all agree on that, right? Like, it's the strongest, it's the most entertaining, it's the most interesting, it's the most varied. Protoss cheese is the best cheese. And we get to see so much of it in PvP. Now Astrea, oh, he has not spotted that robo. Even as these adepts shaded right by it, they didn't see it. Now the first Oracle is out, but hero's already hitting the front, and Astrea is not using that Oracle for anything. It is going to be a Stalker trade for a Stalker, but Shield Battery is not quite done yet. Second Stalker is here. Probes are getting killed on the front lines, and now the Immortal is here. And Astrea is in some trouble. He starts up a second Oracle, but there's an Immortal on his doorstep, and it's going to depower everything. I mean, that's pretty much GG, right? The Probe's got to get pulled here. That is a dead shield battery. herO is going to block himself into a corner, which is not maybe the smartest move, but you know what? It's going to work just fine for him. And I don't think the probes are going to win this fight. The Oracle dies on the other side of the map, and it looks like herO is going to take game number 2. I mean, I guess the probes are going to win this fight. Not going to be many probes left afterwards, but the probes do win the fight. Oh, these adepts. They're so low. RIP. I mean, if the Oracle had gotten like 8 kills, or like the adepts had snuck in and the Oracle, and they got like 12 kills, I could start to believe. There is a Void Ray out. Astrea got 1 Void Ray out. He's going to target down. Oh, he's going to go for the Stalkers. He's not going to win this fight. Not going to win this fight. He's not going to win this game. herO, he's got it. There's the GG. The 1 Void Ray, not enough to save Astrea. And that means we get a game 3. Terran cheese can also be strong. That is true. And like, there are some really fun Zerg cheeses. I mean, we've seen Dark do plenty of really fun Zerg cheeses. I loved watching Bly back when Bly was playing all the time. We used to get him in Cock of the Walk like all the time. Such fun cheeses. Really enjoyed those. But I still feel like both Terran and Zerg, they lack the variety of Protoss cheeses. Like over the years, there are so many Protoss cheeses, so many different ways to execute them, so many little different varieties of them, that makes it difficult to just like have a counter, because your counter has a counter, which then has another counter, which then has a counter, but then that counter is bad against the first counter, and then the first counter is bad against the original build now. Crazy. The levels of depth of things like cannon rushing and proxying Stargates and Dark Shrines into DT Blink, Robos. There's so many things. I love a good Protoss cheese. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan. Speaking of things I'm a big fan of, our player in the lower right-hand corner of Oceanborn is Dragon Kites's herO. I'm a big herO fan. Also a big fan of this guy, though. Our American player in this round of 4. It is Astrea. We're on Oceanborn, so we're back on a map from the old pool. We don't have to worry quite as much about craziness. Well, I mean, I guess it's still just like normal PvP craziness, but unlikely, I think, to contain the kind of shenanigans we've seen in the first 2 games of this series. I gotta say, it would be cool to see Astrea take out herO here. I don't know if Astrea has made it to a KSL Finals. I'll have to check it out real quick. While we're waiting for interesting things to happen, herO has a probe chilling up here. Definitely going to do something sneaky. No, I'm not seeing Astrea in a finals. He's made it to a couple of semis already. He's made it to quite a few semis already, actually. I think this is his 5th one. But he's not made it to a finals. We haven't had an American in the finals. Special is the only North American in the finals. And Oliveira is the only other non-Korean to ever be in a finals and to ever win a KSL. Now this is another proxy robo out of herO. So herO keeping it classy. Astrea now has a cheeky probe here. I feel like he saw herO's probe run by him, but I don't know if he noticed it was coming from a weird direction or anything. Oh, herO walks through those plants, doesn't notice the probe. That's actually so sick, it's insane. That probe just on hold position there. That's the bravest probe I've ever seen. That is some, like, behind enemy lines probe that was just camouflaged in the bush while the enemy walks by him, and then he goes into the base and he scouts. Now he sees 3 gates and doesn't see anything else. Only 2 pylons as well. So I'm gonna guess he knows it's a proxy robo. Astrea, in the meantime, is building his own robo back at home. He went for a very fast nexus and 3 sentries. I mean, sentries are good now, right, guys? hero's got the warp prism. He's going to try to sneak into the main base. There's no shield battery in the main. These 4 stalkers can do quite a bit. However, Astrea is about to have a few warp-ins available to him, but he's going to block his own path back up into his base with slow warp-ins. No! Oh, RIP, dude. Any other position for those warp-ins and he's totally fine. But now he's about to lose power to both of his gateways, at least temporarily. Loses one of the sentries as well, and 3 probes. That being said, Astrea does have mining in his natural. Oh! Hold on. Astrea went for another little pylon up here, but it looks like herO found this one. Shuts it down. That does mean herO has some stalkers back at home, though, so those aren't going to be out here being a threat just yet. The stalkers come back in looking for another sentry. They find another sentry. But now there's an immortal out. Astrea back at home, maybe feeling decent. But hey, look who also has an immortal. Look who has 2 immortals. It's herO. Oh, triggers the shield. No shield battery in the low ground for Astrea. He does have one on the high ground of his ramp that he can fall back to, but it feels so dicey. He puts down the shield battery down here, but he's got to be careful. herO posturing like he might want to go up into the main base, but he throws down the force field, blocking Astrea on the ramp, and he just moves slightly out of position. And I feel like herO is putting himself to a fantastic spot here. He has so much more army supply than his opponent. The Adept's going to shade forward. The shield battery overcharge, not enough. The GG gets called, and herO takes game number 3, winning the series and moving on to yet another KSL Finals. GG. Insane series.